lovely people and fellow Americanos. It's your boy Jason J. Birdie Seva Sundar. I'm coming to you live from Santiago de Chile in South America. I'm actually in my Airbnb right now. You can see it behind me. Well, you can see the living room portion. It's just a little place, but I like it. It's functioning as home for the time being, and I'm enjoying myself down here. It's been really nice. It's been hectic because it's a short trip. I'm only here for a little under a week, and so I feel like I just got off the flight. It was a long flight from I flew from Florida to Texas to Dallas Fort Worth, and then from Dallas Fort Worth I flew all night Tuesday night here. It was about a 10-hour flight, I think, 9 or 10 hours. I slept obviously all night and woke up just before the sun came up. But I feel like for the first day, I mean, there's not a big time difference, but it feels like for the first day I was jet lagged anyway. I don't know, but I'm adapting well, and we've had a really nice time. Hi, Juana, nice to see you here. Welcome everyone. I have a list working for tonight for some mini readings and a live fun broadcast planned for you guys. So it's going to be great. It is, hey, Jai, good to see you. It's 12:20 a.m. here. And I stayed up just to do this because I usually do live on Friday nights. And I need to make some money anyway because, guys, let me tell you something I found out once I got here. I took a bunch of cash out of the ATM to bring down here and change out into Chilean pesos. They do not accept money. Let me show you guys. So they don't accept money here unless it's perfect. Like you can't change out your American cat. Like you guys know who are in America. Like let's say for example this $20 bill. They wouldn't accept like so much of my money, but like this, anyone in America will take this, right? Like I could spend this at a gas station, the grocery store, wherever. But because it has this black mark on it, for example, a bank in Chile, a money changer, no one will take it. They want your money, your American dollars, to be like fresh off the printer, perfect. I'm not kidding. Let me see. Here's another example. Like this one has this tiny little, I mean, it's not even ripped, but it has this tiny little corner missing. I got this money out of the ATM. Like it's not like I've done any, it hasn't been sitting in my wallet. I got tons of money, like $500 out of the ATM, and was going to just use mostly cash and then, credit card for backup. But like they over half of my money, they won't take here. So I'm just bringing it home and using it. But I was like, I guess I better be getting some money on my Cash App and working. But yeah, it's so crazy. Like, and at first I thought it was like, okay, it's just the Bank of Chile. Like I'll go to a money changer somewhere else and maybe they'll charge me a higher like exchange rate, but they'll still do it. Nowhere. It's like the money has to be perfect or they won't change it. So what are you going to do? Other than that, though, it's been a lot of fun. We've been having a good time, and I went to the Cerro de San Cristobal. It's like the tallest mountain in Santiago, and it has like a lift that can take you up to the top, and there's some religious, like a church and a statue of I guess it's like a Virgin Mary statue. There's just some really cool stuff up there too. And yeah, it's just been really fun, really nice. And we're having a good time. Today we went to another mountain. We went to it's not the White House. I keep calling it the White House. The house where the president of Chile lives. It's not the White House, obviously. I think it's called something else. Jesus! Hold on, I'm going to tell you guys because I want to say it right. Babe. Jesus. What's the name of the place, the house where the president lives? La Casa, what? Yes. La Casa de la Moneda. It means the house of the coin, I think. Moneda? La Casa de la Moneda. But it's really pretty, really big, beautiful mansion. And so, yeah. Jessica, and good to see you guys. If you're just popping in, go back and watch the video from the beginning. You'll hear about my trip and how it's been going. I'm here with you guys to do some mini readings, so go get on the list. Right now I have Shirley, Sherley, Steph, and Malia. Those are the three I have on the list so far. So go get on the list. Let's do some minis and hang out. I'm not tired. Even though it's almost 12:30 a.m. here, I'm still on Florida time, so it's early for me, and it's Friday. All right, Jessica, good to see you. So, guys, you can send 15 to the Cash App or PayPal. However, if you send it to the PayPal, you need to let me know in the chat because I'm only getting notifications on the Cash App. So that's the way to do it. It's all love. Welcome, Rocio, all of you guys. So good to see you. So Shirley, is Shirley here? Shirley H, are you in here? You're the first on the list tonight. So I'm going to start with you if you're here. And if not, I have a question from Steph to do already, so I can go on to that one if Shirley's not here. And yeah, just go get on the list, guys, and we'll get you added. And let me know, like I said, if you're paying through PayPal, you got to let me know in the chat. Cash App, I'll get a notification. Ah, Juana, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was you. So put your question in the chat, Juana, Shirley, Juana Shirley. Put your question up in the chat and we will get started. Good to see you too, Liz. Welcome. How are you doing? What's everybody up to this weekend? I think I'm going to go out tomorrow night to a disco. It's a message from the ancestors. Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Thank you for allowing me to connect tonight for the clear, direct, and necessary messages for everyone who gets a mini reading. Thank you, archangels, Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel. Thank you, pillars, cornerstones, and guides. Thank you, Guardian Angel, Lechakia. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we're starting with Shirley. Steph, good to see you. What is the message for Shirley at this time from her ancestors? So guys, I'm using the Radiant Rider-Waite deck. This is my little pocket deck I use. I'm also going to be pulling some possibly from the Light Seers Tarot. And I do have my Animal Spirit Oracle cards. Take them with me everywhere I go. And my Veritas Oracle. Love Veritas Tarot. If you don't follow Veritas Tarot on YouTube, you should. She's really good. And I taught her how to read, so she's a good reader. Yes, disco, always a good time. Oh, yeah. All right, so again, on the list, I have Shirley, Steph, and Malia. As you come in, if you want to get on the list, you can send 15 over to Cash App or PayPal. But if you pay through PayPal, let me know in the chat because I won't get a notification. Thank you, Anne. I appreciate that. See, Anne, I knew I was making you a moderator for a good reason. All right, here we go, Shirley. Let's see. Hey, good to see you, Rebecca. Messages for Shirley at this time from the ancestors. Okay. Let's see what it is, guys. Lots of cards came out. I try to keep it to around 5 cards for a mini reading so it doesn't get too carried away or too detailed. But I do see with this, there's a clear message coming in. I mean, Anne, you're efficient. You're an efficient woman. You always have been. This is very interesting, and Shirley, I don't know your age, so I'm not going to get into things that could be offensive, but I do see the Empress card really standing out to me, and you have the Eight of Pentacles also. A lot of times this is about pregnancy. I don't think that that's what it is for you, and when we see things that have to do with gestation or pregnancy, it's not always about a pregnancy in the traditional sense of the word, like somebody actually having a baby. Sometimes this is about a project, a period of your life that's taking place that's got novena-esque qualities. Do you guys know what a novena is? For a novena, Rebecca, thank you. I got your Cash App, so I've got you on the list. So it's Shirley we're doing now, Steph, Malia, Rebecca, in your 40s. So I mean, I guess that's a possibility. To me, I just want you to know, it doesn't feel to me specifically like it's a literal thing. It definitely feels very figurative though, and it does feel like it's something to do with your soul's journey because you have this Ace of Wands coming in here. So the universe is definitely giving you something unexpected that's spiritually awakening or transforming you, and it's something that is changing your life and changing the pattern of your life. You also have the Wheel of Fortune coming in, major arcana, with the Wheel of Fortune up right here, right beside the Empress card, there's 2 majors here. This is a big transitionary period in your life. And I think as you go into the new year, the first 8 or 9 months of the year are going to have a novena-like quality. So a novena, guys, for those of you who are raised Catholic like me, you probably already know, like I know Jai knows what a novena is. A novena is a prayer, and it's a specific type of prayer that Catholics do that involves 9 prayers. It usually is done for 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months. Some groups meet like on a certain Sunday every month for 9 months, but it's usually consisting of the number nine. I don't really know why, but there's a lot of 9 day novenas. Well, because this has the 9 month quality of a pregnancy, there's a novena quality to it also, but because it feels like something that's growing in that sense, and it's going to be something you're giving birth to that's going to be very special to you. You also have the Page of Pentacles and then the Seven of Pentacles. So there's a real specific, remember, foundation 8 of Pentacles, outcome 7 of Pentacles. So there's a real specific time period. That's why I keep feeling like there's a novena happening here. 7, 8, 9. There's something building. There's value, there's quality here, and it's something that's healing you because you have this past influencing card with the 9 of Wands. Again, there's that 9 novena, but this is about something that didn't work out in the past in your even your youth. It could be from the time you were about 18, 19 through your 20s, something that didn't work out, that didn't go the way you had hoped, that was maybe a disappointment. There's a redo happening here. The universe is giving you a second chance, and they really want you to have a lot of faith, especially right now at the holidays as we're moving toward Christmas. For you, Shirley, it's going to be so important for it. It's kind of a question: how big is your God? How big is your Creator? How big is your faith? Because the bigger that you can believe, the more that the universe can, and you, in turn, can do with this opportunity. Right? It's a big opportunity. It's a huge thing, and the more you can actually have faith and believe in what this is about, the more that it can do. Whatever it is, whether it is literal or it's figurative, it's something something of value in your life that's getting a second chance. And when the Wheel of Fortune turns like this, upright, you better believe to be ready for it. And you have this outcome card, the Queen of Pentacles. So you're going to be feeling really, really strong, really, I think, abundant in the sense that as this new year 2024 gets started and goes forward, there's such a different energy growing for you. It's almost as if you're going back in time to before the fall, before things got unpleasant, and you've got a lot of surging energy coming from your ancestors, coming from your guides, your team, all of it kind of merging together to assist you. So I like this. I don't think it's, really important that you get caught up in the specifics of it. I think what's most important is that you try to have a sense of wonder about what the universe is doing with and for you, and trust that outcome. Okay, that's going to be big. Yes, keep that childlike faith and watch what the universe can do. I'm going to pull an Animal Spirit Oracle card for you now. Frog Spirit. You have the Frog Spirit card. This is really an interesting card. It's card number 28. So there's an opportunity, again, new beginnings, cycling, ones, tens, endings, beginnings. And it says in the card, clear out the clutter. What it's about is there's an opportunity for you. These frogs, like, you notice, like, if anybody has tree frogs that gather on their porch when the porch light's on, tree frogs will just stay in one place, sometimes for hours and days. I had a tree frog I named Kermit that just stayed on my front porch for like a week. He didn't move. He stayed in one spot. But then all of a sudden, when he was hungry or tired, whatever, he took a big leap and jumped. That's kind of what this card is about for you. It's like you may have felt for the last 15 years, surely maybe, that things have stagnated in certain areas that you've been disappointed. But all of a sudden, all that stagnation is gaining new energy, and the universe is telling you just trust, because you're going to take a huge leap forward. And even though that hasn't completely happened yet, what you need to do to prepare for that to happen is to start clearing the clutter, start acting as if, right? And allowing space for it to happen, and trusting that the universe is ready to make it happen, because you're right there. You're right there at the cusp. So start making your own version of a novena, acting as if, and watch the universe sort of take you on that huge leap forward, and watch how far it takes you. It's going to be really exciting. So I am very happy for you, and I wish you the best on that. I think that's it for you. Yeah. Blue, that there's a ball, I don't know what that is. It's like a drop of water or something, but I think it's more key for you. Pay attention to any orbs or light blue colored orbs that you see, what's happening, what you're feeling, what you're thinking about at the times that those things come in, even in your dreams. Pay attention, okay? Especially in the next few weeks and months. Okay. You're so welcome. Thank you, Shirley. All right, Steph. So Steph's question, let me reread it to myself. I had it. I know you sent it to me. Sorry about that. Phoenix Oracle. Okay, so you sent it through PayPal. Thank you for letting me know. We'll get you added. So right now we're on Steph, and then I have Malia. Malia, are you here yet? I have Malia, Rebecca, and then Phoenix Oracle Healing. I like that name. Welcome, welcome. Vivek. Vivek, once if you want to get a mini reading, I'm happy to do them, but I am doing them for love offer in exchange for an energy exchange, a love offering of $15. You can send it to either the Cash App or PayPal. Both are listed in the description of this video. Okay, Steph. So Steph, you want to know about a situation in your life and if how this person feels about you, and if the situation you encountered tonight was real or for show, and what you should make of it. Let's see what we get. Malia, welcome. Okay. Yeah, and I think, listen, I think, I feel you are aware in your heart of hearts, Steph, that it is what you, I don't know exactly what you saw tonight, but I do think it was one of those tests of faith like we were just talking about. I think it was an optical illusion. Sometimes, especially in spiritual, when we start living our life on spiritual terms, we're reminded that we have to really kind of not pay attention to what we're seeing, hearing, even thinking, touching. All of those things, those senses that we use need to become secondary to what we know, to our inner knowing. And for you, you've got in your foundation the sun card. And so what this is kind of to me saying is the universe is like, dude, you've got the sun in your foundation. We all want to have this in our foundation. This is a good card to have in your foundation, which means you're at a point in your life where you're choosing you. And you've been choosing you for maybe the first time recently in your life. And because you've been doing that, the universe is smiling on you. The sun is shining on you. You're feeling a lot of sort of childlike excitement about your life and the potential therein. But also, what comes with this is tests. You're going to be tested. And you're going to have tests where you're left to wonder, like, God, this doesn't match what I thought I felt. And it's the universe saying, you have to be spiritually aware and connected enough to know the difference, to know what is real. Because you've got the Queen of Wands card here. I've said this once, I've said it a million times. The Queen of Wands is probably my favorite of queens because she's magical, she's powerful, she knows her ish. Excuse me, guys. She knows her mierda. I'll use Spanish since I'm in a Spanish-speaking nation. She knows her mierda. She knows like what's up, and she can use her own power to shift energy, right? This person that we're looking at, their feelings, they're coming in King of Pentacles. So they have a very strong desire to be a stabilizing force in your life, to offer you love, support, happiness, etc. Hello, Zabella. Welcome. Come on in and hang with us. Guys, hit the like button when you come in if you don't mind. That helps the video circulate. You guys know that. Hello, Devi Bevy. Nice to see you. Guys, the list is open. Get on. Oh, Jane's here. I didn't even see you, Jane. Janie, welcome. There she is. Jane's here, guys. Okay, so yeah, King of Pentacles is a great card. This person has very strong intentions for you. And then looking at that situation over there, we've got the Devil card. So two things. This is twofold. Number one, yeah, it's a show. Whatever you saw is definitely a show because there's a lot of toxicity in this connection, and there's a lot of unhealthy, unbalanced energy. On the other side of that, if this is a representation of this King of Pentacles and you also, there's some toxicity there too because the connection is there's chains, right? So when there's chains and then there's that potentially what the devil represents, not even through like a Judeo-Christian lens, right? Let's sort of take that thing a lot of us were raised with out of the equation. What the devil really represents though is lower vibrational flesh things, right? Things of the flesh, overindulgence, right? It's sort of the opposite of the spirit, like where the spirit and the flesh are at odds. And so what I would say here is this number one does depict some sort of relationship, right? But is it healthy? No. And it's not necessarily productive or not even productive. It's not necessarily the kind of relationship that creates something good, or if it did at one time, it's not necessarily doing that now, right? So be aware of that. When it comes to looking at this from your perspective, I think because of the tests that are happening, there's a toxic element of that for you also, because if it's causing you to feel a certain level of insecurity, and if you pass the test, that's great, and you see it for what it is and you get into the spirit of things, right? But then there's also that side of it that is lower vibrational and can pull you down and into a more physical, less spiritual energy. So just be aware of that potential there, that's what it's doing, whether it's the show of the other side, or the way that you're interpreting it, feeling. It's all kind of existing in this lower vibrational, less spiritual, more flesh oriented place, right? You also have the justice card, though. So this is, again, I have no doubt, seeing this justice card upright, that this is about a test. It's about growth. It's about you seeing things for what they are. So know that. Know that, my friend. Hello, Vivan. Nice to see you, Vivan K. Guys, I'm doing some mini readings right now. I'm just finishing one up for Steph. Then I have Malia, Rebecca, and Phoenix Oracle. And the list is open if you want to get on it. It's a $15 love offering. You can send it over to the Cash App, $Ray of Light Tarot, or the PayPal, nhjoost92@gmail.com. If you do send it to PayPal, let me know, because I won't see a notification. So you got to let me know in the chat if you send it via PayPal. Okay? Thank you. All right, so Steph, basically what that's saying to me is, I think your inner knowing is right on, but that your initial reaction is just that. It's kind of, it's hitting you on those baser levels that brings up insecurity and frustration. But you know that. And I think the biggest thing to remember is, sorry guys, hang on one second, I don't have my tripod here. Biggest thing to remember is it's a test. It's kind of like when the emergency broadcasting system interrupts your soaps or whatever you're watching, your football game. This has been a test of the emergency broadcast system. It's just that, literally a test. This is only a test. Let's see what the Animal Spirit Oracle says. You've got the Dolphin Spirit. Now, this is a little bit, I will say, it does contradict what I'm saying a little bit. Not exactly, but to a degree, this is bringing in another aspect that I maybe didn't touch on. So you can see the message under the Dolphin Spirit says this and that are true. So we could say, for example, with this card coming out, and the Dolphin Spirit is really a healing and a miraculous energy. It's very much an ancient energy, right? Dolphins take us all the way back to Atlantis. But I think the message here is that, both things can exist at the same time. The show can be a show, and it can also have an element of reality to it and genuineness. And it also doesn't have to mean anything is less real in your world either, right? Like, they are all happening at the same, maybe all of them are happening at the same time. This and that are true. So, your experience is what it is. It's real. It's very accurate and genuine. The king, whoever's coming in as that King of Pentacles, is also genuine and stable and has the right intentions. And then what you saw tonight at this, I think, party or Christmas thing was also a show and real at the same time. Maybe a little bit of both are going on, and that's maybe where the sort of the frustration and the internal struggle comes in. But ultimately what you have to do, again, is to see the big picture in this. And remember, the big picture is you either trust what you're told and what you feel, or you don't. And if that is what it is, then you just have to know that it's ultimately just a test of you, your boundaries, your spiritual growth, and what you're willing to allow in your life and not. And if something you experience does really bother you, then you do have to ask about that deep inside, whether it's just a show or not. If it's bothering me, is it something that I'm okay with? So there's that aspect to it. I think that's why the this and that are true are coming out. But ultimately with this card, number 20, the Dolphin Spirit, you're experiencing a lot of growth, because this next chapter of your life, the number 2 can be much about partnership, but balance also. And I think it's about both for you. It's about like, okay, what do I need to feel balanced in my life, and where are my boundaries going to be with whoever's going to be my partner in the near future? What will I require of them, and what will I require of myself in order to be with them? And so those are things you're going to have to look at, and look at very clearly, because it's different as we grow and we become more mature beings. We don't just want to jump into relationships with just anyone and go along with anything, right? We have to really decide who we are, what we want, and what we're willing to put up with, right? So all of that, I think, is important for you to pay attention to. All right, thank you, Steph, my friend. Next is Malia. Malia. Malia, what's your question? You're so welcome, Steph. Good luck, honey. General for Malia. This is fun, guys. I love these little Radiant Rider-Waite cards, too. The tarot class that Jai and I just wrapped, we taught the class with the Rider-Waite deck, and it was really a great experience. It was a 9-week course, and we had a really good time. I think everyone who took the class really enjoyed it too. I know Valerie was in the class, Sparky was in the class, a few other people from here, and a lot from her channel too, from Jai's channel. What's the general message for Malia at this time? Okay. Thank you, Anne. We'll get you added to the list. So if one of my moderators, if you don't mind kind of keeping a list, because I don't have a pen on me, there's no pen in my Airbnb. um, it's, after, I'm doing Malia now. So next is Rebecca, and then Phoenix Oracle, and then Anne, and then anyone else who gets on the list. Hey, Colleen, welcome. And maybe Colleen if she wants to get a reading. I'm doing minis for 15 tonight. You can send it to Cash App or PayPal. If you send it to Cash App, I'll see a notification come up on the screen, so I'll know. If you send it to PayPal, let me know in the chat. Thank you, Janie. Love you for that. Love you anyway. I got to talk to Janie a little earlier for a minute. Malia, interesting stuff happening here. You've got this page of pentacles, page of cups in your foundational energy, and I don't know exactly what this is about. You know, when I look at this card, it definitely feels like you're being given some type of new opportunity that's going to bring you potentially some happiness and something new to focus on. It may be work related, but it feels like it's something more closer to home. You've got the Chariot card coming in, Malia, which definitely, denotes forward movement. And the thing about the Chariot that's interesting, this is the card representing the sign of Cancer. So there is that all the stuff that comes with the sign of Cancer attached to it, right? And okay, Colleen, thank you. But with this, I also want you to be aware, Malia, that this is a solitary card, and so there's this forward movement and this balancing that's happening in your life, but it's very personal to you. It's close to home and it's personal. You have the Queen of Wands too, so it may be a challenge, some sort of challenge for you to, sometimes when you guys know how I feel about the Queen of Wands, and sometimes when I see it, I feel like it's about this opportunity for a lot of growth in the way that you relate to your whole world. Because again, the Queen of Wands, she knows how to deal. She works with energy, just like someone who's got green thumbs can plant the most beautiful gardens. The Queen of Wands can take a shitty situation and shift it like that with her own energy, with her own mind. And so this is like a beautiful opportunity for you to have, there's a situation that you are single-handedly being given, but it's really about an opportunity for you to shift it. Okay, Colleen, I got your Cash App. So you're after Anne on the list, Colleen. Thank you so much. Pretty cool. I mean, so it can be frustrating, Malia, obviously, and you do. I mean, there's an acknowledgement of frustration here because you have the Devil card coming out, another major arcana, and so I'm sure this is part of the process for you. Like you are going to be, dealing with some effery, F-U-C-K-ery. But along with that, that Capricorn energy that comes with the Devil card does denote, I think you feed off of that energy in such a beautiful way because you're a Virgo, and I know you also are. You're a Virgo that's very good at organization, very good at managing things, and I think that Capricorn energy, I almost feel like it's a challenge, but it's also playing into your strengths. You know what I mean? So for you, this is a really good thing. There is a need for you to self-protect, especially when it comes to the community, the community and the people around you, because you do have some little bit of warnings here. You have the Seven of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Don't allow yourself to become overwhelmed. Really, really strive to keep things in balance and strive to prioritize. Like, don't let things that don't deserve priority, getting a priority status in your life, have it. You just don't have time for that right now. But with the Seven of Wands, it's also, I think you may run the risk, especially as we get closer to Christmas, of being a little bit inundated by requests, people, things, people, places, things just sort of challenging you. And just remember, foundationally, you've got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a great thing and it's a great opportunity. But, oh, great. Thank you so much, Jessica. So we've got, let me make sure while I'm at this, I want to make sure I've got everything organized. For the list, Janie, it's Malia, Rebecca, Phoenix, Anne, Colleen, and Jessica. I don't think I missed anyone. Thank you, Rebecca. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Especially hard when I don't have a pen or paper. I have a desk though, which I'm grateful for. So yeah, Malia, with this, I think there's a real opportunity here for you to recognize and choose what to do with it. But remember, the Page of Cups is an opportunity, and it's an opportunity to do something with this, but it's also not the King of Cups or the Nine of Cups. This is not an opportunity for you to just spread yourself too thin. You have to really take whatever this is and use this energy wisely, okay? Yeah. Well, you've been being inundated all year. You have the King of Wands as an outcome, Malia. And I don't know why, but I do feel that this has something to do with a father figure, and an issue potentially coming to resolution in a good way, but it may be a little bit of a ride getting there. Okay, this is hanging out there for some reason. Let me get an animal spirit card and see if anything clarifies that. Thank you, Janie. Okay. Got the wolf spirit. Wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. I mean, it's interesting because wolf spirit, this is card number, what, 13, so that's a 4. Maybe you need to take a little time for yourself, a little downtime for healing. But the wolf spirit, I mean, wolves do run in packs and they do rely on others, but they also have a hierarchy, and there's a very strong, even within the pack, I think there's a strong sense of loyalty among some than others, right? And that's important to know. Hey, Janie, thank you. I got yours. Got yours, love. So add yourself to the list. But I think also it's really important for you to trust in your own abilities and know when to delegate. The thing that stands out to me the most about this wolf spirit card is that there's feathers going down around the eyes. There's something about your ability. There's a secondary thing happening here for you, Malia, that I don't know if you've ever had. I know you have some really strong spiritual gifts. You know, you and I have known each other now for what, like 5 years, and we've talked about a lot, and we share a lot of things that we in common too. And I think you have some really strong spiritual gifts that probably you have been aware of for a long time. There's something new expanding for you, and I think what it's going to be is the gift of second sight. Say a cuss word. The gift of second sight, or the gift of seeing with more than your eyes. Or if it is something that it's almost like getting visions, or like clairvoyance to a certain degree, yes, but deeper than that. Almost clairvoyance with clairsentience. Something really strong here, and it's taking off. And I think it's going to come as the result of you not allowing yourself to be overwhelmed and delegating certain things and taking that downtime to kind of heal. You know, you've been sort of, like you said, inundated for so long now that I think you hit kind of a wall or a breaking point, and now it's just going to be really important to allow yourself a little bit of space and a little bit of time, because there's something really expansive happening for you, and I want you to be ready for it. And I don't know if you even really noticed it yet because you've been so busy and just kind of in automatic pilot. But I think the minute you slow down, you're going to see that something has expanded within you and that you're almost able to. But the wolf spirit too, it almost feels like it's like you're going to be able to see. I don't know that anything or anyone in the workplace or anywhere else is ever going to be able to intimidate you, because it's almost like you can see beyond what's on the surface. And so there's no need to sort of respect any level, like being a subordinate to anyone. There's sort of the ability to see into everyone, and you're gonna ha, you know take a great deal of strength from that, and increase your sort of natural born leader skills as the result of that. So that's pretty good. Oh, hiding user. I don't want to say a cuss word. You're so welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you, Malia. Okay. Who was next? Next on the list is Rebecca. Yes, doing readings, S. Janie. I'm doing mini readings. It's $15 for a mini reading, and you can send it over. I think I listed both of the ways to pay in the description of the video. You can pay via Cash App or PayPal. Either one is okay. We're not going to be picky tonight. What would you like me to look at, Rebecca? Hello. Hello, Maduesh. Tell me good stuff about my love life coming up. Okay, I will definitely try. Love you too. You're welcome. Thank you. What's the messages for Rebecca in love? Outlook in love. Near future. One more shuffle here. Oh, thank you very much, S. Janie. Good vibes are important, I think. Well, Rebecca, it's interesting, Rebecca. You've got look foundational. You have the Knight of Cups. So there's someone when I see someone like this that's like coming in, but they're kind of in your foundational energy. What this says to me is that they're already here. They're not coming in. There's someone wanting to offer you love and offer you real love. That's what's in their heart, and they're here. They're already, in this energy. They're here with you. So it's someone obviously that you already know. Now it may not be someone that has feelings of romantic love for you. Maybe you don't know that, but it's someone you know. Sure, certainly, I feel that. But look, behind that is the Ace of Swords reversed. So what that tells me is, okay, honey. Okay, we'll hold space for you till you get back, Janie. What that tells me, though, is, Rebecca, that they're not communicating it to you, right? It's reversed, Ace of Swords. So they have all these beautiful feelings of love and affection and emotion for you, but they're not sharing that with you. Maybe they're just being friends, but it's a lot more than friends. They're staying up at night, not able to think, not able to sleep, probably thinking too much, and they just don't know what to do. They just don't. And so then you've also got this Page of Swords energy, which tells me that they're kind of not. I don't want to say they're spying on you, because that implies that they're not really a friend, or that they don't really care about you. And I think they absolutely do. They care about you and they have strong feelings for you. They're not showing them, but they're feeling them, and they're studying you. This card is like someone who really studies. It is a mental energy. It's a thought process, and they're just kind of standing back and really trying to behold you and figure things out. They're waiting for some time to make their move. They've got the Three of Wands, so they're kind of waiting, and then in like this pattern of like expecting something to shift or change, and then they're going to know it's the right moment. I don't know if I really like that. It feels a little bit like someone who doesn't have a lot of courage. Um, it's kind of like on here, like when you block people that come into like the chat and say dumb things. It's like people that are like, keyboard warriors, like that have all these guts to be like a-holes, but like in person they're like, it's because they don't know how to use their voice in actual people to people conversations. There's an energy of that in this person almost. Like I think this person has a really good heart, but I think they're also very un they lack confidence and they're very uncomfortable opening up, right? And so that's a problem. That's a real problem because this person has such love for you. He's been studying me for 2 years. Oh well. Oh my gosh. He has such love for you, right? Knight of Wands, but he's just not doing it. Now, he does have this Eight of Pentacles as an outcome card. So I would say, like, don't lose hope. Like, take heart. This person is willing, is trying, and does intend to put the work in. Now, does the Eight of Pentacles feel romantic to you? Because it doesn't to me. So I don't want to get your hopes way up because I don't know if this person knows how to make it super romantic right now. But it is a good sign that he's wanting to put the work in, that he's wanting to be present, that he's wanting to make you see that he's here. That's a really good sign. He actually cares to make you see that he's here, right? So I don't know. I like it. I like that the person is aware. So it's good in as much as this person is very aware that they have very strong feelings for you. It's frustrating for you because I don't see a lot of change happening. But what I would do, let me actually go ahead real quick and I'm going to get an advice piece for you because this just feels not fair. Give us an advice piece for Rebecca. Okay. So the advice piece to this, yeah, well, look, okay, not bad. Four of Wands in the foundation, Ace of Cups, and then King of Pentacles. The advice piece is hang in there because the universe is bringing opportunities in. There's a timing aspect to this that's divine, and you do have the universe offering an opportunity at new requited love, and it's got the chance to shine. And this person's turning into the King of Pentacles in the near future, so that's a really good. I mean, I don't ever like to tell somebody to like wait for something if it's not manifesting, but I think it's manifesting. So hang in there a little bit. Hang in there. I think it's worth it to you too. I mean, it feels like it is. Some things are worth the wait, right? Not always. Sometimes. All right. Skunk Spirit. You know, this is an interesting card. The Skunk Spirit is it's so interesting to me that, sorry guys, hang on one second. It's so interesting to me that this card came out, Rebecca, because the Skunk Spirit really is about knowing your tribe. Knowing your person. Like, we should all be so equipped to know when we meet that person that they're our person. I think I'm not saying I'm old, but in my older age, like in my 40s, I've really gotten to where like I can know when I meet somebody if we're going to have a relationship, if it's just physical. Like I can pretty much know right off the bat. And I can know if there's someone who's meant to stay too in my life. And the biggest frustration is when you know it's someone who's meant to stay, but it's still a freaking struggle, right? That's frustrating. And that happens, right? That happens. That's kind of what this card makes me think of. It's like, you're two skunks, right? Like, skunks stink. And I'm not saying you stink. You don't stink. I'm sure you don't. But they don't stink to each other. Like, they know each other's scent and they attract each other. So, but only a skunk can appreciate another skunk, I think. You know, so it's kind of like one of those things. So it's like, it sounds like an insult, and I'm so sorry, it's not. But you two have something special that each other sees in the other that maybe other people don't see. And I think that's so important that you do see it in each other. So this person that's been studying you for 2 years, maybe for the last 2 years, you have seen that person and thought, that person's a catch, so amazing, so great. But maybe other people would just be like, I don't know, is he? But that doesn't mean he's not. It just means you're the one who's able to see that he is and able to see his worth, just like he sees yours. And that's important. That's special. So hang in there for a minute, see what happens. I like the Four of Wands in the advice column and the Ace of Cups. So something good's coming from it for sure. So let's hang in and see, you know? Let's hang in and see. Pepe Le Pew. Oh, gosh. Two of a kind, working on a full house. Isn't that a country song? I don't know. All right, next on the list. Thank you, Rebecca. So let me make sure. Is everybody updated on the list? We've got Rebecca, now Phoenix, Anne, Colleen, Jessica, and Ms. Thang. Ms. Thang. Love it. I love it. Guys, sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Um, yeah, no, it was my fault. I'm so sorry. Sometimes when a notification pops up, because I left my notifications on so that I would see them. Yeah, and I just had to pop off for a quick sec. Sorry about that. So next is, um, now I'm sorry, now I'm off. Oh, Phoenix. Phoenix Oracle. Phoenix Oracle. Sorry, guys. Draco said, WTF. Who are you? Who are you? I don't know. Who are you? Hi, J-Lands. Okay, so, Draco, who are you? That's a good question. Right back at you. Next is Phoenix Oracle. Phoenix Oracle. Hello, Joe Way. Uh-oh, did J-Lands the pig say something nasty, Jane? Thank you for handling that, my friend. Um, so, I don't know if Phoenix Oracle is maybe on a delay, but if so, we'll kind of jump. We'll come back to you, Phoenix Oracle. So when you hear this, you may be delayed. You might want to move your red dot to the very end because it's not. If you're not hearing me when I said it, you're hearing it a little late. So I'm moving on to the next person, and the next person on the list after Phoenix Oracle was who was it? Who was it? It was Anne. Anne was next. So Anne, what is your question? Oh yeah, once in a while you get a nice little fun group to come in. No sound. Guys, I've been doing live streams since Periscope. You're not going to fuck with me. A general for Ann. Okay, honey. Gotcha. I'm a live stream veteran. I'm no fun to F with. Oh, wait. Okay, you know what, Ann? Phoenix actually got her question up, so I'm going to do hers since she was technically ahead. General love. So I'm doing Phoenix, and then I'll come back and do Ann. General love messages, please and thank you. Phoenix, general love messages. Okay, thanks, Dan. Yes. Okay, Phoenix, you're in a really good spot. It looks like, because it's in your foundation, you have the Magician. The Magician is a masculine energy. It's an energy that really represents, just in the order of the major arcana, the Magician represents, humanity, or the masculine of humanity in the physical, having this ability to bring from the ethers the creator's energies, bringing it down from the ethers and into the physical. So it's almost like being a creator, like the creator is, but not quite. It's the human form of the creator. So you have the ability, when it comes to what you're asking about, love, to actually create what you desire in the physical world. That's what this means in your foundation. You do have the Two of Wands, so it does mean that as far as guidance, the universe is saying to you, you're at a point where you really need to kind of take a step in a certain direction. You don't want to. I don't know if you're kind of not sure where to go in a love relationship, or if you're kind of trying to make a decision or weigh your options. But when you get this Two of Wands, it really is usually about a choice, making a choice, choosing this path over this path, because you do have this sort of guidance here saying, there's something out there for you, because you've got the Six of Cups here crowning everything. The Six of Cups it's definitely a soulmate out there for you. Probably someone that's been either in your life for a long time, or as soon as they came in, you felt like you knew them since you were a child. This is childlike. It's nostalgic. It's happiness. So there's something there for you that's saying, if you want this, you have to choose it. This is a lot of times when I see the Two of Wands like this, Phoenix, but then I see something like this, it's someone who's like in separation from somebody that they really love, but instead of like putting all their energy into and intentions into manifesting that person, they're kind of like wishing that person was there, but then also like looking to meet new people, dating. So they're kind of like half in, half out. And what the universe is saying with this is like, no, you can have this. You can have whoever and whatever this is, but you've got to be really hardcore about deciding this is what I want. This is who I am, and this is what I'm going to manifest. Setting a clear intention, because the intention feels, for whatever reason, kind of like the universe doesn't know whether to send you this person that you desire or to send you someone new. It's like the universe is like, well, what does she want? Because some days it feels like she wants this, and other days it feels like she wants that. I don't know why that's happening, and I don't even know if you realize that that's possibly an energy you're putting out. But that's what these cards seem to represent to me. You also have the Hierophant. So I really do feel like there's something really strong here for you that's already established. And the universe is saying, these are soul contracts that you really don't want to break. And so there may have been some addiction or some disappointment or some low vibing behavior that made this not work out, and somebody got left out in the cold. I don't know what all this is, but it's gnarliness and it doesn't feel good. So I can understand why things aren't perfect, but trust in this. I mean, you've got the Hierophant here. There's something big that already exists out there in the ethers for you, and the only thing it needs to come into the physical is for you to take a true step of faith in the direction and setting that intention clear about what you truly want. Remember, the universe wants us to, what we want wants us. It's a law, right? What you truly want in your heart, it has to want you. You wouldn't ever be given a true, pure desire in your heart for something unless that something truly, purely wanted you back. It doesn't work that way. Now, there are all sorts of extenuating examples of why that isn't true, but it's because it's not existing in the heart. It's existing with a lot of dysfunction and other things. But if there's a desire here, and that's what this feels like, in the heart that was given to you, it's meant to happen. You're supposed to engage that desire, but you have to do it fully, completely, and step into that place. Because if you don't, it's only going to cause blocks, confusion, and aggravation and stagnation, right? So just be aware of that in your choosing. I'm going to pull a Animal Spirit Oracle card for you as well and see what we get. See if there's anything else that comes through about this. Good luck with whatever this is. I really hope it works out, and I know it can. Oh, S. Jane, absolutely. Where did you send your payment to? Did you send it to the PayPal? Oh, this is beautiful. Phoenix, you got the Nightingale Spirit. Really beautiful. Nightingale Spirit card. This is card number 41. So this card, that number 5 really does represent change coming in. It says love is all around, right? This is about the opportunity for love being all around you. And that's why they want you to decide really firmly and clearly what you want. And setting that clear intention for yourself, because that's what's going to bring you what you truly desire, okay? I wish you the best. Thank you, Phoenix. Okay, S. Janie. We got you added. Thank you, All Natural Rebecca. I want a Big Mac too. You know, they have like Burger King, McDonald's here. All the unhealthy American stuff is here. But I had the best empanadas on the street the other day on Wednesday for like a late breakfast. They were really good. So good. So good, Jane. So good. I'll send you some pics of some of the food that I've been eating. I've been eating really bad, but really good too. Empanadas and arepas. Oh God. Oh boy. And my friend Jesus is here that is staying with me at the Airbnb and has been my personal tour guide since I've been here. He is a great cook too, by the way. So there's that. Okay, Anne wanted a general reading, so we're on to Anne now for a general. Yeah, it's been really nice. The only frustrating thing has been freaking that they expect you to have American money straight off the printer with not a mark on it to be able to change it out for Chilean pesos. That's the only frustrating thing. I was like, when I get home, I can use every 20 and 50 that you wouldn't take when I get back to America. And the lady was like, yeah, not here, you can't. I was like, obviously. Very. And not only their banks, just the money changers, like the Cambia houses and everything. They're all the same. Very strict about the money. I was like, damn, I mean, God, in the United States, you can literally rip a dollar bill in half, tape it back together, and most places will take it, you know? Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, it's the reasoning behind it is obviously makes sense. It's just very frustrating. Okay, so Anne, this is interesting. You have in your recent past the Tower card. So the universe is showing this tower to acknowledge something that was very frustrating, very painful, very, upsetting happening. And then in your foundation, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, which represents not only, strong and fast forward movement, communication, a lot of understanding. Whatever this was about, if whatever intuitively you're feeling this was about, there's a big shift happening now at this point in time. Now, like during the holidays, that's allowing for you to have strong emotional, spiritual forward movement, communication, understanding, new understanding. And then you've also got this Ace of Wands coming in. So it's like the universe is giving you some great sense of opportunity, clarity, something really just lovely that's going to make you feel very strong. The Tower is look, like I get it, Jane. I think a lot of people are afraid of the Tower card. It can be scary. Now, for Anne, though, like I said, this is in the past, so it's not something looming. It's an acknowledgement of something that happened already. But yeah, I mean, it's not a fun card to get, right? Nobody likes that Tower card, and nobody enjoys that energy. But I think what the message it feels like that's happening here is there's some type of healing or full circle moment here happening here. And then you also have this Knight of Wands coming in. So lots of fire energy, lots of spiritual energy, and lots of returning energy. I think this is definitely about something that you were disappointed by coming back. It's very similar to the energy I felt with Shirley's opening reading, like something coming full circle. It feels like both. It feels like it could be both love and business, because they feel very connected to me. But I also often feel like love and money are connected. So I don't know. It just feels very strong. And you had asked a question. She said, "Does anyone live in the Oh no, Jane asked that. Does anyone live in the Los Angeles area?" So if anyone saw that, didn't see that, and you do live in the Los Angeles area, let Jane know. Yeah, it feels, and you also have behind that the World card. There's a big completion. So it's a return to form and a big major arcana completion happening with lots of archangel and spiritual assistance and support and guidance. I'm going to pull an animal spirit and see if I can get more on that. You have a King of Swords too. King of Swords here, Anne. As this feels like an actual person offering a lot of information, explanation, information. I think I know from you having shared. I think this is probably that person, sharing things, explaining things, because the swords are mental energy. They're also communication. This is strong. Someone's coming in to offer you a lot of answers that maybe you've been wanting for a long time. Might happen around Christmas. Really powerful. Really powerful. Let's see, Animal Spirit Oracle card for Anne this time. The Frog Spirit came out again. Wow, this Frog Spirit is interesting. Lots of people seeing this Frog Spirit. This is interesting. What does it look like we're doing, Board Inventor? We're playing with cards, reading cards. It's fun. So this Frog Spirit here, again, and I'm going to sort of reiterate what I did before with who got the Frog Spirit? I can't remember. Somebody got it. It's an opportunity to take a huge leap forward, right? There's this huge forward progress, forward leap that happens the moment something's sort of pushed out of the way. And I really feel that it has to do with, that tower in the past, that communication, all of these things happening, and then you making this huge leap into your future. Cycles completing, new cycles beginning, opportunity all around. You're going to see things very clearly that at one time were very confusing and difficult to understand. So that's a good thing. Thank you, Anne. Good luck, honey. Jane, you and I are vibing. Are you guys vibing? Look at you. Thank you. Yes, and yes, guys, anyone want to get on the list? The list is open. Go get a mini reading. We're going to hang out and have a good Friday night. Why not? Friday night / early Saturday for me. You are so welcome, honey. I hope that this reading comes to pass really quick, like for the holidays for you, because it feels really beyond time, and you deserve it. Next on the list, after Anne, Colleen. So I have Colleen, Jessica, Jane Thing, S. Jane. Did I miss anyone? Hi, UK. Hey, Lisa. Nice to see you. So, Colleen, what is your question? Colleen actually said general, I think. Let me make sure. I think Colleen said general. I gotta go way back. Okay, I can't find it. Colleen, can you tell me again? I think you said general, but I want to make sure. Well, board inventor, it's what's crazy to you is not crazy to us because maybe we have a different understanding than you do about it. It might be crazy how somebody who thinks it's crazy feels the need to be here. General, got it. Absolutely, Mona. I am requesting a $15 love offering to get on the list as an energy exchange. And I think both of the Cash App and PayPal were somebody just listed them for. I think Rebecca and Jane listed them for me. If you want to get added to the list, my dear. Tarot cards are one of the most beautiful thing. I think they're one of the most beautiful divination tools that exist out there. They can really open you up to a whole new world of intuitive understanding. Definitely worked for me. You know, yeah, that's true. Listen, there is no good or bad way to make a living, guys, as long as you're doing it honestly and you truly. Board inventor, what exactly? So what is, I'm a businessman, yes. I think anyone who is working and has a business is a businessman, but I don't understand why you're here insulting me like that. I don't know what your purpose is for that. Does, do you not have business to attend to of your own? Don't you need to be out making some money? We believe in energy and conscious energy. I also pay people to do this for me for a long time too. He doesn't have inventions. What's in I guess not. He is bored. Okay, Colleen wants a general. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What is the general message for Colleen at this time? Yes. Well, I don't think that that's what happened. I'm going to give one last response to you, board investor. That's not, I certainly did not find a way. If you think that I'm someone who tried to find a way to get people to pay for something, that's just inaccurate. I've been doing this for over 5 years because it's something that has helped me to find guidance on my own path. And I decided to use it to help other people do the same. It is a beautiful tool for divination. I don't know if you know what divination is, but it has to do with connecting to something that I think would be very healthy for you to try to connect to. And it might actually help you to get on board and start inventing things that are actually connected to something powerful and real that can actually serve your life in a beautiful way. So I would just suggest you before try learning a little bit. The best thing to do when you think you know something but maybe you don't is to keep the mouth shut and the ears open. That's the best advice I can give you, not that you asked for it. Just try it. See what happens. You never know. You might learn something. Okay, so Colleen, you have some really cool stuff. I mean, as always, there's a duality to this thing, and what you do have is some beautiful things happening and also some challenges coming in. Hello, Maria. Yes, Lisa, it is a gift. It really is. You have the Nine of Cups in your foundation. So the Nine of Cups for you definitely represents an overwhelming sense of emotional abundance, a feeling like good things are happening, and not just like a few good things. This is a sense of like complete and overwhelming happiness, joy, abundance coming into your life. It's foundational to you. So I don't know if it's specific to this time of year, the holidays for you, if you have a lot of people, friends, and family coming around you, but this energy is a good thing. So whatever's causing it, soak it up because it's offering you a lot more. You do have some stuff to do. The Three of Cups coming in, there's going to be some celebrating, probably just the usual stuff that happens this time of your Christmas parties, etc. But this feels stronger than just that. This feels like something to do with, it almost feels like you're going to be reuniting with two very close friends from your childhood or, grammar school, high school, that time period over the holidays. And if you are, there's going to be some opportunity for future things, to future planning, future excitement, like travel, maybe even a bit. Speaking of business and inventing and all of that type of stuff, there may be an opportunity for some type of business with two people from your past, specifically two women from your past, and something that you can create together. There is also an energy from coming back from the past of potentially it could be a love interest or someone that you had some type of a strong connection with, kind of coming back in. It may be a test though, because I see you have the Four of Pentacles here when they come in, and that's like not being quite open or ready to receive someone. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be, because the universe does give you the Ace of Cups, like that it's an opportunity. And the Ace of Cups is definitely an opening for love to come in. I do think, though, for you, you may not be ready for this, or this just may be a timing thing, because the Knight of Wands is not necessarily a bad card. It is kind of with that fire energy and a knight, it's a card that's not fully developed or mature. So it may be somebody that wants to come in and have like a lot of fun with you, have some great moments, and then maybe leave again. But they obviously didn't leave you in the best way before, because you've got the Four of Pentacles here, which is a feeling of not being receptive, kind of hanging on to some past stuff that's not really serving you. So what I would say, looking at these cards for you, is, don't shut yourself off to the extent that you end up feeling like that left out in the cold feeling. And you don't want to shut yourself off to love and opportunity. So anytime someone that you have some kind of a connection with comes in, entertain the message, entertain the offer, entertain the opportunity. But yeah, if this person has done something to you in the past that maybe wasn't kosher or didn't leave you feeling like you were being treated fairly, you have to assess that and you have to pay attention to that. But with the Nine of Cups in your foundation, I would definitely, embrace that energy. And the more we embrace gratitude, Thanksgiving, the more we embrace the energy of just being grateful for everything we have in life, that offers the universe the opportunity to give us more. We always choose. Every day we get up and choose. We choose to be grateful or to be unhappy and complaining. And I think the more we choose to be grateful, the more we get to be grateful for. So I would say really try to embrace this energy, especially right now during the holidays, because it is hard. Like the holidays can be a really beautiful and a happy time, but they can also be a sad time for a lot of us, and they can be a time where we feel lonely and we're missing. I mean, it's been, this is going to be an interesting Christmas for me. I was in a really beautiful relationship last Christmas. This Christmas there's new things coming in that are great, but it's a different energy, right? And so for me, I have mixed or ambivalent feelings about the holidays. I think for you, though, with this Nine of Cups, you're being given an opportunity to really embrace love, abundance, a feeling of gratitude. And if you can do that, all of those opportunities, even the ones that you don't necessarily want to take, like with that Knight of Wands, will come in better. Whatever you send back, the universe will send you something better. Just remember that. Send it back with gratitude. Literally, don't listen to Bored Investor. Oh, that's so good to hear. Yeah, me too, S. Jane. Listen, S. Janie, I started reading tarot for people because of what it did for me. It was a great balm in my life to wounds that were not healing, and it helped, and it was very helpful to me. And I had someone who taught me how to read a long time ago, but I had put it down, and I took it back up during like a dark night of the soul period. And then because it was able to help me so much, and I realized that I was able to read the cards pretty intuitively, I started doing it for other people too. And yeah, but when it comes to like making a living at it, some people don't believe in using your gifts to make money, but the thing is, I have to eat too. We've all got to eat. And unless I can find a nation to live in where nobody has to pay for their own food, I have to do something for work, right? We all do. So yeah, I have no poverty mentality about making money for what I do at all. Got to exchange energy, right? Oh, I'm not silencing you. I'm just telling you that you might gain more. If I wanted to silence you, I would have blocked you. So I wouldn't say I'm silencing you. It was a suggestion to shut up and listen instead of yakking the same thing over and over. But again, you're a bored investor, so why should I try to give you advice? No, it's just it kind of makes me sad when I see people that are so cynical like that because, I mean, it's sad to be cynical. I've been cynical at many points in my life, and it didn't get me anywhere good. Didn't do anything good for me, you know. All right, Colleen, what is the animal spirit oracle card for Colleen? The snake spirit. So the snake spirit is a pretty cool card. Card number 55. For those of you who know numerology, you know the number 5 is representative of change, right? Great, fast, unexpected, healing change. So you're definitely in a period of change. I don't know what that was about with the Nine of Cups being foundational to you, but if that's a new energy for you, this new feeling of gratitude, abundance, all that, ride it out, embrace it because these energies come like waves, right? You're not always going to feel that way. So while you do, make the most of it. Ride that energy. The snake spirit is a healing energy. The snake sheds its skin and it leaves the past behind, right? And then it goes on to fight a new day. The snake spirit is also not just healing, but it's also miraculous. When you see snakes, that can represent miraculous, unexpected healing in your life. So I think this is a great opportunity, seeing the snake spirit card, the number 5, all about change, that beautiful Nine of Cups in your foundation. This is a great time for you to just embrace the energy of positive change and gratitude. And I would say, I know that people like Board Investor, because they care more about getting their point across than other people, he isn't thinking about how interrupting a reading for you that you asked for is inconsiderate, and he might be interrupting energy that you need to hear. But that's his problem, not yours or mine. And what I would say to you is, don't, just like people tell me not to let it bother me, it doesn't bother me. But I really don't want it to bother anybody like you that's here for assistance with something that you may need. And I would say really pay attention to the cards, the numbers, the things we're pointing out here, because they have beautiful message attached to them, and they're just for you. Whether anyone else thinks so or not, I know so. I know it's a message for you, and I know it's a message that can absolutely help you and make your life better at this point. And I hope you take this for what it's worth, because I would tell you right now, 100%, hands down, if I got this card, I would be so happy, because this card does represent miraculous healing energy, and it's a promise of that. And the more you trust in that, the more it can actually come to fruition. So it's up to you what you do with it, but I would say take this and run with it, because it's going to help you, and it's going to make you have the ability to use our mind, which is the most powerful tool we have, our minds. And our minds have the power to create and to destroy. Use this power you have to create by believing what this message is telling you, embracing that gratitude, and letting it work for you, because the law of attraction is a very real thing. And use it to your advantage. Thank you, Colleen. Okay, who is next? Who was next after Colleen? I think it was Jessica. Is Jessica next? Yeah, I mean, listen, I get it. Like I said, I've had my cynical moments in life too. It just makes me sad when people have it's it's kind of like anxiety. A lot of those things that are lower vibing, they come from kind of a self-centered attitude, whether we want to admit it or not. And so when someone's being self-centered, let them have their moment, but give them advice. Try to change the point of view. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let's see. Show us the outlook for Jess at this time in love. What can she expect? What's coming? Never learned how to do so harmoniously. Well, listen, I don't want to be judgmental, because I was 39 years old before I got my ish together even a little bit spiritually. So I definitely took the long road myself. So I get it. Yeah, Jess. So you know what's interesting? You do have the Justice card coming in here. The Justice card upright, Libra energy, and it is about like balance and good karma, good energy coming your way. And justice is blind, but when it's upright like this, it definitely represents justice in a positive sense, right? You getting things that you, okay, I have changed my mind. You are officially silenced. Peace be upon you. Have a good one. Like, you try to make conversation, you try to be somewhat encouraging, but they just can't get enough. Okay, back to work. Back to work. Back to work. Jess, the justice card upright. Like, I don't come into his work and interrupt him. Maybe he doesn't work. All right. I know. Okay. Justice card upright. I do feel that there, based on the fact that this card is upright and justice is blind, like I was saying, but there is a sense that, and you've been doing a lot of hard work on yourself spiritually. Guys, dang it. I'm going to have to, hang on guys, one seckie. I guess there always has to be a balance, right? A duality of things. Light, darkness, happiness, sadness, all of that. I don't wish him sadness or frustration though. I hope something happened tonight and gave him a really great light bulb moment and just busy inventing some amazing thing that we will all love to use and he becomes rich, famous, drops the poverty mentality and all is well in his life. Yeah, so here's the thing. I had to plug in my charger. Can you guys, I know you can't hear me well. Can you still hear me though? That's really what we need to focus on. I'm going to go get hang on one second. I'm going to put I think you'll be able to hear me in a second. Put my earbuds in. Hey, I'm on YouTube. Do you have my earbuds? I'm live on YouTube. Can you give me my... No, I didn't take them out there. Oh, never mind. I see them. Okay. Sorry, go back to sleep. Oops. Can you hear me better now? How is it this way? Is this better, worse, neither? Guys? Guys? How is it now? Tell me. Loud, good. I hope it's not too loud. Okay, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. How's that? Is that good? Okay. So you could, because, and what I was saying, just because with this Justice card, you also have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. If you were in here a second ago, you heard me talk all about it. Now it is coming out more of in an action space for you. Sorry, babe. It is coming out more in an action. He's getting a drink now. It is coming out more in an action space for you. So when I look at the Nine of Cups as in an action way, it represents literally taking advantage of abundance, positive energy, the positive flow of energy, putting it to use. So I do think when you're asking about love and what's coming for you, it almost feels like it's connected to your work, right? And hello, Arvind, welcome. It's connected to your work, and there's a symbiotic relationship between the effort and sort of the attention and dedication you put into your craft, sort of revolving back and paying you back with positive energy, love, things flowing in. I mean, you've got also the Ace of Cups. The universe is here rewarding you with positive energy. I do see foundationally though, you have the Three of Wands. So you're kind of in that holding pattern a little bit, but I do think it's loosening up. The energy is shaking free, and you are going to see with this, especially with that major arcana justice, you're going to see things start to happen really quickly. In the love department, you have a lot of options also, and you're going to see that happen really soon. I don't feel like it's a holidays thing. I do feel communication, Aries energy communication around the holidays, but I think more in January is when things are really going to start to fly open. Hey, have you had any? Jess, you know how to reach me. I just want to hear about what's going on with you the last few days in New York. Or should we call you Dad? Or why did he say that, Janie? Who? Who is, I don't get it. I missed it. Why are we calling him dad? His profile says, okay. Welcome, dad. Jess, hold on. Here's an animal spirit card for you. Ooh, two cards came out. Be spirit, sweet results await. Can't argue with that one, can we? Card number 7, holy number of completion there, 7. Card number 9, bear spirit, take time out. So yeah, and I think sweet results do await, but I think with that bear spirit, there is a little bit of that need for rest, recuperation, hibernation, kind of between now and Christmas, the holidays. So do that, embrace that energy, and then allow whatever's coming to come. Thank you, Jess. Okay, Jess, who was after Jess? Who was after Jess? I can never find the list when it's time to find the list. Okay, so Jane Thang, S. Jane. Does anyone else need a reading? The list is open. If you want to get on the list, it's $15 love offering to Cash App or PayPal. I'm out of fucks lately. Andy, kind of naughty, but yeah. Can I have some inside? Okay. Messy. Wait, what? What do you mean, Messi or Ronaldo? I don't know what you mean. Hey, S Jane. So S Jane, I'm doing Jane now, Jane Thing, and then S Jane, you're after Jane Thing, and then whoever else needs to get on the list. There's lots of players. Got it. Okay, wow. Jane, you have two foundational cards. You have the Emperor and Temperance, major arcanas, both major arcanas, very strong. And it's interesting because with you getting both of these cards foundational to you, you know, God, you're powerful, right? We always talk about this. You have this innate ability to shift things, and I know like it's frustrating because you hold space for people, right? You hold space for people, and you try to almost. Uh, I don't know how to articulate this. It's not that you let go of your power, but I think you almost sort of suppress. I think you suppress your power a little bit in order to. Sorry, guys, I've got my charging my phone. That's why I had to put these in. You suppress your power a little bit in order to. No, I'm talking about in the physical world, like with your brother, with E. You suppress your own power and energy a little bit to make other people more comfortable. Yeah. To make other people more comfortable, you tend to do that. And I understand that, right? Like, I think we all have a tendency to do that at times because you know, nobody wants to be like, it doesn't feel good to feel like an outcast. It doesn't feel good to feel other, right? We all want to feel a part of. And I think it makes sense. But I mean, you've got this Empress card here. This is you. Yes, nurturing, maternal, all that stuff is you, but you've also got the Emperor, not just the Empress. You embody both. You have the capability and the destiny to embody both. So don't get too caught up in one to sacrifice the other, right? You have the ability to embody both. You're meant to embody both. You're called to embody both. You are going to be experiencing a great deal. I mean, this is part of your path, is that emotional confusion, right? That's just your path. You experience emotional confusion because you're, you know, you're doing these high level, you're doing these high level things, but you're dealing with low level energies to do it. And I think, as much as you are going through a huge transformation, it's also, it beats the power out of you sometimes. You have the Four of Swords and the Star here. The thing is, it's not your job to heal anyone. It's just your job to be present and deliver the message. You're not responsible for what someone does with it once they receive it or don't receive it. Like, The bored investor person. None of us, we're responsible. I do feel a responsibility when someone spouts some off the wall BS at me to respond. Usually, if I feel like there's an appropriate response. I mean, and then at a certain point, if they're not receiving the response or they just are clearly wanting to argue or whatever, or if it's more about like one upping, then fine, done. But like that is not your responsibility to decide what they do with the response. But you have to at least you ghosted me twice. Stop. Who am I? The star is the sign of Aquarius. This is all about Aquarian energy is not basic. Aquarian energy is powerful. Aquarian energy is it's got its own drummer going in its head, but it's powerful, right? And it can accomplish a lot. You also have the Justice card coming in. Things are working out in your favor. You've accumulated a huge amount of good karma in the experiences you're going through, and you also have this Ace of Pentacles coming in. So financially, there's some good things coming. See that doorway, that green like head doorway of hedges. There's something there. There's an opportunity there that's carrying you into a new place in life when it comes to value, material, finance, all of that. But you still got to heal something. There is some time still. I don't know if this is three. There's 3 more weeks involved in something. So in the next 3 weeks, I would say be on the real lookout for a huge opportunity, financial to come in. What's today's date? Today's the 8th, 9th, 8th or 9th. So around the 30th of December, right? Yeah, like around the 30th, 29th or 30th. Look for something really big coming in. And it's going to be clarifying too, not just an opportunity, but it's going to be very clarifying for you emotionally, intuitively, mentally. Um, some big opportunity. Don't worry so much about the way things appear. I kind of I know that this is it feels like I'm being hard on you, and I'm not. I don't mean to be hard on you because there's no reason to be, but like don't worry so much about the way things look. You already know like that's not what's real. That's just a test. Like this what's happening, these opportunities coming in, they're up here, they're high level. So this stuff is kind of like beneath your feet. You don't even need to really get caught up in it. And when you do find yourself getting pulled down into it, just remember that that's because of the world in which you've had to agree to dwell. Going to be in the Philippines during that time. Interesting. It's so funny because I was almost going to be in the Philippines. My ex, Brendan, and I were going to take a trip to the Philippines at the end of the year, and we were going to go on this yacht with someone. I don't know. There was this whole trip we had planned to Manila. Isn't that weird? Yeah, like we were going to get there right after Christmas, stay through New Year's. Obviously, that didn't happen. We're not even a couple anymore. But like, yeah, no weird. That's so funny. I was just thinking about that the other day too, because we were talking I was messaging him about something when I got down here and thinking about how we were going to take that trip to the Philippines like in a couple of weeks. We would have been taking it in a couple of weeks. So weird. Yeah, so there's a big opportunity coming. How long will you be gone? Spirit has a plan. Koala Spirit, 3 weeks. That's funny, 3 weeks. Okay, Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. Card 35, that's an 8. That's that infinity symbol, that constant flow of energy. First time going to Asia. Beautiful. Never been either. Flamingo Spirit. Embrace the in between. Remember, you're unique, you're beautiful, you're special, you're everything. Embrace the in between. That again is an 8. 2 8s. It's all about the flow of the spirit for you. It's all about the flow of the spirit. You got 2 8s. I mean, need I say more? I don't think so. All right, my friend. Who was after you? Was S. Janie? Was that right? S. Janie? Okay, and guys, if anyone else wants to get added to the list for a mini reading, now is the time to get your name added. You need to send over $15 love offering to Cash App or PayPal. The information is listed in the chat. It's also in the description of the video if you can't find it. But go ahead and do it now because after S. Janie, I'm off.
if no one else wants to get on. Jaden, yes, you can. Jaden Brown, if you would like to get added to the list, just send 15 over to the Cash App or the PayPal. Thank you so much. What's your question, S. Janie? Hang on, guys, I'm just getting some water. S. Janie, what's your question? What would you like to ask? Sorry, guys, hang on. I'm the water bearer. No, well, you know, when you're doing readings, especially, your mouth gets dry. So it's that. I have to have a glass of water at all times when I'm doing mini readings, etc. Okay. Okay, here we go. Just a general. Gotcha. Hold on. My charger is not helping this situation. Hold on, guys. There we go. Hey, better. You're about to make a move and you want clarification, okay? All right, so I'm doing S, Janie's, and if anyone else wants to get on the list, I know there's only a few people in here now, but if anyone needs to get on the list, now's the time. Just let me know in the chat if you do, because there's no one else after her. So, a message question regarding her move or anything else you need to be aware of at this time. Wow. I don't know exactly when you're moving, but I do see a lot happening here. It's going to be good. You have the Eight of Pentacles foundational. So with the Eight of Pentacles, this is a step-by-step process for you. So it looks like, you know, don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Take things one step at a time. Because when you have the Eight of Pentacles, like in the foundation or in a place of guidance, it really is about doing things incrementally and not letting yourself get overwhelmed, right? Just don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Just take things one step at a time, breathe, move through it. You have two kings here, King of Swords and a King of Cups. I don't know if this is like two potential love interests or two men who are going to be like part of your family that are going to be who can be of great assistance to you in the move. But whatever this is, it's two strong energies, air energy, water energy, right? And they both feel like they're very influential in your life in the near future, and they can be of big assistance to you, both of them, because they're both coming in as kings. So if it is a love offering opportunity thing, you have some choices to make. If it's just about two people who are men who are very helpful to you in this process, lean on them, take the help, because it looks like you do need it. You've got this Nine of Wands, which is like, you know, you're getting to the end, you're almost done, but that's when things feel very overwhelming. That wounded warrior energy, the person's been through a lot, and it's like they don't know if they can make it to the end. Yeah, it is overwhelming. It looks good though. You've got the Nine of Cups again that came out. I love this card. Abundance, happiness, gratitude. You also have the Star card coming out, making another appearance. That Aquarian energy of transformation, water bearing, right? That, like we were just talking about, the water bearer. That's what this is. And it's also an energy that represents you being guided, you being looked after by the universe, right? That star is planted above this person, showing that they are of importance and of value and that they matter, right? You also have the Six of Swords. So you're moving into a place of strong energy, calmer waters, peacefulness. This move is good for you. The Six of Swords upright is a good move. It's not a bad move. It's a move that's going to be good, that's going to have a positive outcome, and it's going to be, I think, good, abundant in all ways. I just would say with that Nine of Wands, I don't want you to be worrying too much about, you know, thank you, Mitch. You're sweet. With that Nine of Wands, I don't want you to be worrying too much. You've already, you know, you've got that, the energy there. We know you're overwhelmed. You know you're overwhelmed. Just, you know, take calm, tranquilo, be peaceful, and it's going to work out. Okay. Let me pull an animal spirit oracle. I would say though, whoever those two kings are in your life, if it is just an energy of two men that are very reliable in your life, lean on that help, man. Let them help you. They want to assist in this. Let them. I think you've taken on too much yourself, and that you need to be willing to Let other people help you. Let other people pick up where you're leaving off, and don't overdo it all and try to take it all on your own. Porcupine Spirit. This is the number 3. This represents healing. It represents cooperation. Again, card number 48, which is a 12, which is a 3, right? 1 and 2 is a 3. So this number 3 is about cooperation. 3 people coming together to work together. I think those 2 kings are to cooperate with you and to help you. It does say in this card, times for a beginner's mind. It's almost like you need to look at this as through the lens. I think that the universe is trying to remind you to have sort of that spirit of excitement, that spirit of wonder like a child has, that maybe you're missing some of the excitement and happiness about the move because of the fact that you're getting so overwhelmed. And there's actually a lot to be happy and grateful for in this. They just want you to be reminded of that. Have a beginner, 3 life path, interesting. Have a beginner's mind, right? Look what Jane said. Yeah, it's okay to be, that's so true. It's okay to be overwhelmed. Just remind yourself this too will pass. Emotions are just feelings and not facts. And also, your emotions should not necessarily be your deciding post. What you feel shouldn't always be what that decides what you do. Maybe in relationships a lot of the time. Yeah. In this case, though, I really think that beginner's mind is about you having the spirit of wonder again, allowing yourself to recapture that spirit of wonder and sort of appreciate all the beautiful aspects of this move that you're maybe missing because of how overwhelmed you are. And don't be afraid, ashamed, you know, in any way feeling like that you're not supposed to ask for help. Ask for help. Accept help and ask for help. Okay. Good luck. I think this move is going to be a really good thing based on that 9 of Cups too, and the 6 of Swords. That's a really nice energy too. All right, are we done? Are we done tonight, guys? I guess we're done. I might come back on either tomorrow or Sunday. We'll see how it goes. And I'm so glad I got to hang out with you guys. It was really fun. Super fun. Yeah, good luck, SJ. Super fun. Great seeing all of you. You guys have a really, a good, well, you need to. You need to. You need to do a random pull. A random pull? Like a collective? Okay, I can do that. I might come back and do that too on like Sunday night. I'll do a random pull right now too. Welcome to the collective. Hello, Abasita. This is interesting because the 9 of Cups came out as the foundational energy for the collective. So, guys, everybody, if you have it in you and the holidays aren't getting you too down, embrace this energy of gratitude, of abundance, overwhelming gratitude and appreciation for everything that you do have in your life, right? We all choose, like I said, we all choose perspective. Every day we wake up and we choose what perspective to have, how to look at things. Is the cup half full or is it half empty? We choose this every day, guys. Choose to look at the cup as half full. Choose to be grateful. Choose to find the little things in life to be grateful about instead of the big things to complain about, or vice versa. It's always better to choose gratitude. And the more that you choose gratitude, the more you're going to be given by the universe to be grateful for. It's a law. It works that way. Like attracts like. Do it. You do have the 10 of Swords in your recent past, collective. So yeah, I know. Look, a lot of you felt like you're down and out. You got stabbed in the back. Maybe you betrayed by somebody that you never thought would betray you. But guys, every day we learn that we don't know the people we think we know so well. That's just life. That's the human experience. But what we do know is, as a collective, our souls do have good in them, in them. And as a collective, we tend to want the best for ourselves and each other. And we can rely on people. We may not always know people the way we think we do. We may not always be able to trust them not to betray us or hurt us because we're all humans and we're not perfect. But you know what? We can rely on people. People do have, for the most part, the best intentions for us. And also, they, for the most part, do care and love you. Bye. It's a joke. Bye. But I do think having gratitude and embracing that energy of happiness, appreciation, and really focusing on that is what's going to really keep you, bringing more positive things into your life and more to be grateful for. It's like that's the result. Look, the result of embracing that 9 of Cups energy is the universe is going to go, here, have another coin, have another pentacle, have another beautiful, valuable moment in your life that gets you to the next place. It's going to say, just accept it. Because really, what you're doing is when you're choosing gratitude, all you're doing is choosing to accept goodness coming in. That's what gratitude is. It's not being, thank you, thank you, thank you. But it is, but it's not. What it really is, it's a step process. By being grateful and truly embracing that gratitude for everything, you're just choosing to receive more. Magician card. You remember this too, guys. You are the creator in your life. You have every tool you need. You are the creator. You can make this wheel of fortune turn. You can't know exactly what's going to happen unless you are God, big G, but as God, little g, in human form, you can certainly influence whether it's something you want to happen or not, right? We've got the tools. We've got the tools. You can do this. You can do it. All right, let me pull a animal spirit or goal for the collective. The brown bear spirit and the giraffe spirit. Brown bear spirit, time to take a time out, rest, don't go so hard, give yourself a break. And the giraffe spirit, see the big picture. Take a bird's eye view, look at things from, step back, look at things from above and see where you may be. Sometimes when we're in the middle of something, we really can't see it clearly. Bear, giraffe, all of that. Yeah. Love it. All right, guys. Have a great night. Love you guys. Happy Friday night. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. And wish me safe travels. I'll be flying back into the United States on late Monday night, Tuesday. See you guys later. Thanks, Janie, for all your help. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being here. Bye, guys.